Arya, for those details. Appreciate you joining us. Moving on, Bollywood star Alia Bhatt has invested in sustainable baby and mom care brand SuperBottoms, an online-first sustainable brand of reusable cloth diapers and baby products. SuperBottoms aims to increase awareness and adoption of reusable cloth diapers in India. To talk to us about this funding and the growth ahead of this guilt-free diapering brand, I'm now joined by Pallavi Utagi, founder and CEO of SuperBottoms. Pallavi, welcome to Startup Street. Now, before we get into the business and the funding aspects of the platform, talk to us about the genesis of the idea. You have hit a double win, a sustainable product plus one that solves some very important issues for parents with young children. So tell us, how did this come about?
Hi, Shruti. Firstly, thank you for having me on this platform. And so, Shruti, as they say, necessity is the mother of invention. And in my case, I was simply very, very desperate and looking for a solution for my baby, which was skin friendly as well as kind on the planet. I was very, very clear that no sustainable product will be adopted at mass if it does not solve a genuine problem and it is convenient. So the entire research started to led me to a cloth diaper which was high performance and did not sit in the landfill for years together. So every disposable diaper actually takes 500 years to biodegrade, and every baby uses about 5,000 disposable diapers in his or her lifetime. So the amount of plastic waste that would have generated if I would have continued using the diapers gave me a lot of nightmares. And I think the entire research led me to developing SuperBottoms as we know of it today.
Okay, all right. Now, Alia Bhatt joins the company as ambassador and investor. So firstly, tell me, how much money have you raised in this round and how much has Alia put in? And where do you plan to use the new funds, and how much have you raised via VC funding since the inception in 2018?
So, Shruti, since inception, we have raised close to 40 crore. And, more than the money, it was a collaboration of like-minded entrepreneurs who were very keen on making products which were really good for babies and also safe for the planet. So, and with the new funds that we have raised, the entire focus for us will be marketing and brand awareness, because we feel that we have a great product, and the moment parents come to know that they have an option between the very inconvenient traditional langot and plasticky rash-giving disposable diapers, they want to try SuperBottoms, right? But at the same time, they are not aware. So most of the funds that we have raised will go in generating awareness about the brand, and also we are the absolute leaders in this space. So the entire onus of building the category awareness lies completely upon us. So that is the entire focus, to take SuperBottoms to more and more parents in India. And with Alia's a superstar like Alia backing us, it will give us a lot of strength and boost and build a lot of credibility for the brand and category.
All right, Pallavi, you haven't disclosed the amount. Moving on from there then. What were the conversations with Alia like? As a new mom, her connection to the product must have been instant. And, as an investor, what was it like working with her?
So, it was almost like connection at first sight. When we met her, the first thing she told us was that she was using our newborn Uno and another product of ours called Dry Feel Langot. And it was a great feeling, of course. And the very fact that Alia is herself very, very conscious about her choices and is very vocal about sustainable living was a huge plus. So we connected not just as parents, but we discussed a lot of things around what is happening in the baby care industry. How do we make sure that we leave a healthier planet for our future generations? And as an investor, she is a person who believes in very strong stories. So if you see that all the investments that she have made till now are about investing in the story and more than the product. And secondly, she of course is someone who puts planet before the profits, and that is where we connected. And I think that's where we really thought that she was someone who could go well with our brand and our story.
All right. Pallavi, let's quickly now talk a bit about your product line. Could you take us through the portfolio and what the top selling products are?
Sure, Shruti. So our product portfolio starts as the baby is born, and we have products right from the day the baby is born, which is our langot. Moving on to our hero product, which is SuperBottoms Uno, which is a reusable cloth diaper that performs just like disposable, giving babies dry feel, complete waterproofing, and performs up to 12 hours, but is washable and reusable. Therefore, very very kind on the planet. And then as babies grow, they typically move to potty training, and that is why we have a product called potty training pants. And now we are gradually moving to underwear because we see that as kids grow, they eventually move to underwear, and there are no good kids underwear brands in India. Most of the brands are miniature adult underwears, and that's where
Sure.
that's the portfolio that we have.
All right, so quickly give us a sense of your sales as well and the top markets, what kind of SKUs you have presently, and what's the retail strategy going forward?
So in terms of our revenue, we are clocking somewhere close to 75 to 80 crore in terms of run rate. And our top markets are West and South India. However, we are seeing a lot of traction coming in from Delhi as well. But primarily, we have been online till now. We have focused on building our brand online. Going ahead, we are going offline very aggressively. We are building a team to do that. We are present in about 70 to 80 stores,
Okay.
but we are focusing on going beyond. We have also launched our first kiosk store in Mumbai, and is doing pretty well. And so we will be expanding on two fronts. One is the baby trade, and two, it will be a series of kiosk stores, and which will actually give parents an opportunity to touch and feel the product before they actually order it, because that being a new product, that is very important for us,
Okay.
for the parents as well.
Pallavi, any revenue targets that you've set for yourself, and also the kind of innovation we can expect going forward?
So, Shruti, innovation has been the core for SuperBottoms because the product itself is innovative. We have filed a patent on it, and we keep on working on that. So, yes, there will be innovation on it because our entire vision is to make cloth diapering mainstream in India.
Okay.
As such, in terms of numbers, of course, there are certain number targets. We want to hit 100 crore run rate mark very soon. However, our main vision as a brand is to take cloth diaper to every parent in India. I feel it's a great concept, great
Sure.
product. It's just that we need to take it to more and more parents. So we will continue to innovate on that front as well, and work on bringing more products to babies in India. We feel that the baby products can.
Okay. Pallavi, we've completely run out of time.
In India, apart from personal care.
All right, we've run out of time, but many thanks for joining us on Startup Street, and wish you the very best in all your growth plans.
Thank you, Shruti. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, Pallavi was just telling us about her hybrid model, but she isn't the only one. Now we have EdTech unicorn Lead School, which is looking to foray into the 1 lakh plus low-fee school segment in India and aims to serve over 25 million students across 60,000 schools in the next 5 years. The EdTech company reported revenues of 142 crores in FY22, even as its losses tripled to 397 crores in the year compared to the previous year. Joining me now to talk about this latest business foray and what that would mean for the company is its co-founder and CEO, Sumit Mehta. Also joining me from Mumbai is my colleague, Arundhati. Sumit, welcome to Startup Street. Thank you for your time here. If you could start by telling us about your decision to foray into this segment and how you expect this to add to your revenue growth and the strategic importance of the low-fee school segment that's going to be.
Thanks, Ritu, for having me here. As you know, India lives in Bharat, and we have 4.5 lakh private schools, but 3 lakh of them are below the 15,000 annual fee mark. And survey after survey has said that these are the set of schools which have been left out of the purview of most school edtech companies because of affordability. So we've been studying the needs of this segment of schools for the last 5 years, and we've now designed an innovative smart school system that upgrades all these low-fee schools so that their students can also have access to good curriculum and audiovisual learning. And I think our objective, if you recall, mission has always been excellent education for every child. So we were clear that if we are not serving these schools, we will actually not be fulfilling our mission. To answer your second question, in the long term, we see that almost half our business will now start to come from this segment because this is the largest school segment in the country.
All right. Hi, Sumit. Arundhati here. You said half your business will start coming from this segment. So how much market share do you think you can capture in the low-fee school segment across these 1 lakh plus schools? How many such schools are you targeting to sign up in this segment in around, let's say, a year or so?
Yeah, see, I think if you look at worldwide, most educationally developed markets like US or Brazil, digitization of schools has already reached close to 80%. And the market leader typically has a 30% share. India, unfortunately, in these low fee segments is less than 1% penetration. So we want to break the affordability barrier and take audiovisual learning to the large segment of schools. There are about 3 lakh of them. I think in the long term, we will gain a market share of close to 25% here. In the immediate period, like you said, for the next 12 months, we are aiming to sign over 1,000 schools in the low fee segment.
All right, 1,000 out of 1 lakh schools you will sign in the next year. But Sumeet, let's talk about your revenues as well. Those have doubled, sure, but so have the losses. Actually, they've tripled. Tell us what levers you're putting in place to course correct and achieve profitability, which you aim to do by 2024.
Yeah, Ritu, I think that's an excellent question. See, education in India, to build a full-fledged K-12 stack is a very expensive proposition. So when we began our journey to partner with schools in 2018, we were clear that at a scale of 4,000 to 5,000 partner schools, we'll become EBITDA positive. That would happen by FY25. So despite the 2 years of COVID, which set our plans a little back, we are on track. We're growing twice year on year. This year in FY23, again, we'll grow 2x. And we are on track to become EBITDA positive by FY25. So I think the company stays on track to its original business plan despite COVID-led disruptions.
All right, so on track with your plans there. But Sumit, it has been tough times. So last year you had to let go of about 100 employees. Have things stabilized since then? What are your hiring plans for the year, if any?
Yeah, I think last year was tough for everyone in education because we had to readjust to the post-COVID reality. I mean, school edtech was less affected. People like us were less affected. People who were selling directly to students online were more affected. We were aiming to grow 3x, but we grew 2x. Now, I think if I look forward with the low-fee school segment opening up for us, we are looking at growing our current base of affordable schools and adding, like I said, 1,000 odd low-fee schools also in the coming year. And if you see, Lead has actually become the training ground for a lot of education companies in the market. So we hire at the entry level. We continue to hire at the entry level in academics, school excellence, and sales. And then we have adopted a very conscious strategy of promoting people from within.
So, Sumeet, what is this post-pandemic trend that you're seeing when we talk about demand? I mean, we know, of course, schools are reopening. Hybrid models are not as prevalent as they were immediately after the pandemic. So how many schools are you able to sign on a monthly basis? What is your target overall? You said about 1,000 for the low-fee schools. But on an annual basis as well, overall, how many schools can you sign?
Yeah, I think the 3 parts to your question. Post-COVID, what we really saw was that schools came back into vogue. I mean, I was surprised during COVID, people were writing off the obituary of schools saying learning will move online. Thankfully, as we predicted, it hasn't happened. But schools are limping back to normalcy. A lot of them lost admissions because people went to their villages and people really stopped paying fees to schools. The last year has been a year of transition. A lot of schools had stressed balance sheets. Now, when we work with schools, we are seeing, especially in the April, May, June quarter, as the new academic year has begun, schools are now coming back to normalcy. So that basically means that the focus is shifting from survival to innovation, which actually is what we as a school edtech company drive. So what we're looking at is that overall, I think we will add about 1,500 to 2,000 schools in this coming year also. By far, we are the largest school edtech company. In a year, the number of schools we sign would be equal to all other companies put together and then some more. And I think we want to continue that trend.
All right, so you're looking to add 1,500, 2,000 schools this year. All right, Sumeet, we're completely out of time, but thank you so much for joining us on Startup Street today.
Thanks for having me here.
With that, it's time for us to quickly head into a short break. But coming up, generative AI is the talk of the town. But what are the challenges with models like ChatGPT? A special discussion with Sridhar Vembu of Zoho Corp next.